Good morning, children. So today we are going to start. As last class we discussed about the how sound will reach our ears, how the vibration is happening, everything. So today we are going to learn about the characteristics of the sound. So see first. Before that, I want to show you that compression and rarefaction, two terms you want to learn. Compression and rarefaction. These two terms you are learning, new terms. See children, the sound particles will be vibrate. Sound particles are vibrating time. That particles will be closer here, some there, here will be little bit gap will be there. This here very closely there, that's called the compression part here, and the compression part here difference are there, so it will be the very less, no gap, that much gap, arrangements are not closely like this solid we talk about now. So here the compressions are not, and rarefaction gap, this the gap will see, that part will call it as rarefaction. The compressed particle particles will be vibrate to move away. The vibration, some particles will be very close and some particles will be very far from each other. So very close will be there, that part will call it as compression, and the part which is not very close to each other, the rarefaction. The waves will be more, the propagation of the sound through the air and graphically representation of the sound wave. Through the air, the sound vibration will be like this. So this the vibration is showing the here, see. If the sound will reaches our ear, the vibration of that reaching the ear, see. That part here you can see the darkened part. The darkened part will call it as compression. Then lighter part, lighter, that is the rarefaction. So we are going to learn about the characteristics of the sound. Let's see that before going to that. Imagine that you are listening the music from the speaker. Just imagine you are listening the music from the speaker. The sound from the speaker transmit energy to the surrounding media. The surrounding media here is the air. You're in the surrounding, in your room, you are sitting inside the room and you are listening the music. So surrounding, what will be filled? No water, no, that's solid. So air, fully filled with the room, fully filled with the air. So the energy causes the air particle to be compressed, and compressed particle transmit the energy to the next neighboring particles. That's this process will be continued. Thus there will be the several compression and rarefaction in air before their vibration reaches your ear. That's the, I show you the picture of this. In the air, the vibration is happening. Some particles are compressed and some particles will be moved. That the compression and rarefaction is happening continuously to reach your ear. So let's see that there will be several. So as you can see the picture here, and that you may note that again the vibration of particles are parallel to the directions of the sound. So that we already learned the sound will travels in the longitudinal way, also a longitudinal way, and mechanical will involve the vibration of the particles. So we are all going to learn about the characteristic of sound. So what is the description of the sound wave? What will be the description we can give for the sound wave? The sound wave, the particles we already learned. Some particles will be so there, and here the very part, then again closely, again read, again closely, like this. This part we call it as compression and this part we call it as rarefaction. So you learn two terms of that. And next we are coming to the description of the sound waves. All the sound waves are similar in certain respects. Some sound waves will be similar. Some sound waves, the waves will be move like this. Some sound wave will be far from like that. The sound waves. Here we are going to see that the characteristic, how they distinguish between them, how we can describe that. So we learned a certain characteristic of the wave to describe it. So let's see what is the first wave. wavelength. First one, characteristic of sound first is wavelength. What is wavelength? The distance between the two successive compression. The distance between the two successive compression is called wavelength. I will show you the picture, the model of wave. I'll draw it here. The model of wave. The waves will be here like this. So in this part, the distance between these 2 points, this is called wavelength. The wavelength is denoted with the Greek letter lambda. How will you read this letter? Lambda. Greek letter lambda. So most commonly used symbol is lambda. This sound, so different sound maybe have the different wavelength. So wavelength chords. First we already learned the sound is always in the longitudinal wave. This means the particles will vibrate. Medium. We already learned the sound should be vibrate. The medium should be solid, liquid or air. But through the vacuum, sound cannot vibrate. Which sound travels with series of contraction and refractions. The particles of medium vibrate back to and forth to the. You already learned about the oscillatory motion. This is the pendulum clock. How the oscillatory motion is happening. To and for motion. The continuous and up to here it will reach. Again it will go here. Again it will go here. This is the continuous oscillatory motion. Same way the particles of the sound also vibrate in the wave. Like this. This part is the difference between the two consecutive compression. Successive compression is called denoted as the lambda. And next coming to the frequency. Coming to the frequency, the number of times an object vibrates in 1 second. In 1 second, how many times to and for motion happen? To and for vibration happen in 1 second. That will calculate as the frequency of the sound. The faster an object vibrates, the higher would be its frequency. If the vibration is happening very fast, the frequency will be very. So, international unit of frequency is hertz. International units of frequency is hertz. Is denoted by capital H and small letter Z. Okay. So, first one characteristic of wavelength, and next coming to the frequency. Frequency nothing but the number of oscillation. Number of oscillation is number of vibration is happening in 1 second. We call it as frequency. So it is denoted by the SI unit is hertz. So I will show you the same thing. The picture. You can see the graph here. This point part we call it as crust. And this that between the two crust, between two crusts, this area will call it as wavelength. And here also, and this height between the two, in this height will call it as amplitude. So next we are going to learn about the amplitude. What is the amplitude? The highest displacement of the particles from its rest position is the amplitude of the sound. So higher amplitude causes the higher volume of the sound. So next here, you can see I will show you the waves with different amplitude with the same frequency. Frequency is same, but they have the different amplitude. The waves is the graph here. Some is very low, some is little bit medium and little bit higher. This the variation is showing here. And amplitude is device to increase the amplitude of its volume of sound is measured by the decibel. It's denoted by small d and capital B. And the amplitude, what is the amplitude? The height of this. The height will call it as the height displacement of the particle from its rest position to the is called the amplitude of the sound. And next, volume of the sound is measured. The volume of sound is measured by the decibel. Volume is amplitude. How the volume will be increased. If you keep the very volume will be less, amplitude will be less. If you are keeping volume is increased, the amplitude also will be increased. So amplifier, what is the device is used to increase the wave? Amplifier is device to increase the amplitude of the wave. Next, coming to the speed of the sound. See, speed of the sound is the distance traveled by each in 1 second. The SI unit of speed is meter per second. How will you read this? Meter per second. So what is the speed of sound? The speed of sound is the distance traveled by it in 1 second. We'll call it as speed. SI unit of speed is meter per second. Next, I am talking, your textbook is not there. Just I want to talk about the echo. What do you mean by echo? The repetition of your own sound. If you are louding, if you are shouting inside the room, your echo will not hear. Why? The sound will be absorbed by the what are the objects are there in the room. So, example for if you are sitting in the dining room. So you are shouting like anything. Why you can't hear the echo of the sound? So repetition of your own sound, we call it as echo. So next, coming to the at least the part is undergoing self-reflection. This echo sound you cannot hear. So if you are going to the high mountain range, no other parts of object is not. If we enter inside the empty room, no object, desk, benches, and no sofa, no curtains, nothing is there. If you enter inside the empty room, you shout as much you take your strength and shout. You can hear your own sound. While the sound will be vibrate and strike the wall again coming back. So here, suppose this is the wall of your room. If you are shouting, the sound will be strike here, again vibrate back to the same length. So the same, your sound only is again and again repeating. If you are shouting like anything, the same word is repeating by some other less you think, but your sound only is repeating. That part is called echo. Echo will not happen in the empty room and open places. It will not happen in the furniture room like that. Why? The sound is absorbed by the whatever sound is vibrating from your throat, that will absorb by the whatever objects are there in that room. So next we are going to talk. You can see the reflection of the sound picture. It's not your textbook, it's a last year textbook, the same topic. That's why I'm showing you the reflection of the sound. This, you just imagine this is a wall or striking object. The sound will go here and strike here, again it will reaches here. So next it's coming to the point. And repeat once again, what are the characteristics of the sound you are learning? The wavelength, frequency and the amplitude. So what is the wavelength? The distance between the two successive compressions are called wavelength. So most commonly symbol, what is the symbol we are using to denote the wavelength? That this is denoted by the Greek letter lambda. So different sound has the different wavelength. Different sound has the different wavelength. Next we are talking about the frequency. Frequency is now. We are talking about the frequency, the number of times. How many times the object will be vibrate in 1 second is called frequency. The international unit of frequency is Hertz. H-E-R-T-S. Next, and the faster an object vibrates, higher the would be its frequency. Next, coming to the amplitude. Amplitude is the height of the displacement. Height of the displacement. Height of the displacement of particle from its rest position to the answer called amplitude of the sound. So, higher the amplitude, the causes the higher volume of the sound. So volume of the sound is measured by in Decibel. Decibel. What is denoted by small letter D and capital letter B. Next, amplifier. What is the device is used to increase the amplitude of the sound? What is the device we are using to increase the amplitude of the wave? So, amplifier. What is the device? Amplifier we are using. So, next coming to the speed of the sound. How we can define the speed of the sound? Means the distance traveled by it in 1 second is called speed of the sound. What is the SI unit of sound is meter per second. And echo, the repeated sound of your own itself is called echo. So I hope you all clear this part. Next I am going to teach you what is the sound pollution, how we can prevent that, and what are the pleasant sound, what are the unpleasant sound. You all okay children? Thank you.